Well, hello, everyone. I'm Frank Jernigan, and this is the weekly meeting of the Phrancko Sweater Knitters. And we're happy to be here with you. And if you are seeing this video, then you are welcome to come join us any Saturday at 2:30 Pacific time, if you can make it at that time. The link to the program, the link to the Zoom meeting is found on the website phrancko.com, and you can see the spelling underneath my name, at least while I'm here. So let me explain that Judith was just here and explained that her family is having a cookout today, so she couldn't stay with us. My family is also having a cookout today, and I just arrived at my daughter's house 1 minute ago. So I rushed to get here. I thought I was going to be here a half hour early, but I was late.
You have a pool, and are you cooking corn?
Uh, all I know is hamburgers at this point. I just got here. So let me greet everyone. Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, Phrancko.
Hi, Joellen.
Hello.
Hi, Sandra.
Hello, everyone.
This is your first meeting, and we're very happy you joined us.
Oh, yes, the entire day was planned around this.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
My husband had specific instructions. We got to be back home for this.
Oh, great. We'll chat more later. I'll greet the
Yeah.
rest of the people. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Sumner.
Hey.
Hi, Ron and Tim.
Hello.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Mary.
Oh, and I apologize again.
Well, now you're being
Don't worry
recorded. Now you're being recorded. Would you like to tell people why you're apologizing?
Well, I went to sleep last time.
Last meeting, you went
I
to
was
sleep.
so embarrassed.
Oh, dear. Well, we
Don't be.
do this, and we appreciate you being here, even if you're asleep. Hi, Karen.
At some point, someone was going to fall asleep at some point.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, somebody's got to be first.
And hi,
Well, it
Will.
was I.
Hi, Will.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, that takes care of all of the introductions. Whew. I feel like I've been racing. I've been driving like mad for an hour and a half to get
Oh
here.
boy.
And I got here 2 minutes before the meeting was supposed to start.
Oh, that's funny.
So
Well, Judith was here just to say hello to you, just in case you didn't get to see her.
Judith, yes, I saw her
Yeah.
just as she was signing off, explaining
Yes.
she had written me an email saying her family
Okay.
was also having a cookout today. Our family has a cookout on July 4th every year, and this year it was so hot that my daughter had to cancel it. And so she rebooked it for today, and today is nice and cool here in the country, north of San Francisco, in Sebastopol.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so let me welcome our new visitor. I won't say guest because nobody's a guest. You're welcome to come every week, Sandra, and we hope you do.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, do I leave my microphone on or do I mute it?
Oh, we leave them on unless there's some background noise in your place, and I don't hear any. So feel free to.
My husband has the TV on, so I didn't know if it was bleeding in.
Let me see.
No.
Anybody here? No.
All right. You can let me know if it gets too noisy.
Well, and where are you from?
I was born in Texas and lived there till I was about 45. Yes. Lived all over Texas. And then I moved to Oklahoma. And now I'm living in Moore, Oklahoma, which is kind of like a suburb outside of Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Moore, Oklahoma is where all the tornadoes come through. So that's our claim to fame, or one of our claim to fames. But I've been in Oklahoma for about, well, now I'm almost 20 years. So
Oh,
I like both states.
I
Yeah.
see. Yes. Well, we welcome you.
Thank you.
And so, have you started making a Phrancko sweater, or are you interested in making one? What?
Well, I found you at least a couple of years ago and watched all of your Phrancko sweater stuff, and you have always been on my radar to make one. And then my son-in-law asked me if I would knit him a sweater. I was like, yeah, and I thought that's the perfect pattern to do because just because I have all his measurements. And I just think it'd be a great project to get after it. So I've started doing my swatching to find out what my gauge is. And then I'm going to jump off. And so I thought, well, I'll go ahead and say hey and get into the group, and then I'll start the project.
Great. Well, you come back every week. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to come ask here. You'll get
Okay.
lots of answers here, or you could just write me an email. And you could even write my personal email, which I don't make public, but I'll
Okay.
tell you in the chat. So I'll put it in chat so you can get it. And you can write my personal email and ask any questions if you get stuck or don't
Okay.
understand something in the instructions.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're right. It's a perfect pattern for making for somebody whose measurements you have, and you have your own gauge. You don't have to meet somebody else's gauge, and you can choose whatever yarn and needles you like. So
Yes,
that's
because the
one
way
of
I
the
knit
advantages of the
typically doesn't match up with someone's pattern. You know, my gauge is my unique gauge, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
right. And sometimes when you match the stitch gauge, the row gauge is not matching. So
Right.
it can just be a problem to keep trying to match the gauge. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Oh, I'm excited. If you can't tell,
Yep.
I'm like so excited.
Ronnie is
I've
our
been creeping on you
next most
guys for a
interesting.
couple of months.
What's that?
I've been creeping on you guys for a couple of months, watching the podcasts and
Well,
thinking, am I brave enough to get on there?
Oh,
And
yes.
yeah,
are we that
so I felt,
scary?
no, you're not scary, but you know, it's public. Hello, there's
Yeah.
a record.
Do post them. I thought maybe posting the videos was keeping people from joining, so I decided to do an experiment one time a few months ago, and I announced a meeting a few hours earlier that I was not going to post online. So if anybody was not coming because they were being posted online, they might feel free to come, and no one showed up except people who were already in this meeting.
Except us regulars.
So we decided that was not the reason people weren't showing up. But we're
Right.
always happy to to have new people join us. And I was
Thank you.
about to say Ronnie also joined us for the first time a few weeks ago, and he's our newest regular member of the group. We're not a hard group to find to join, are we, Ronnie? Well, great. Oh, well, I'm going to relax, and you all can talk among yourselves now.
Handle it.
Sandra, how long have you been knitting?
I'm a COVID knitter.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yep, I started
Nice.
in the summer of 2020. But I had a history of sewing, cross stitch,
Okay.
and my mom
Needlework.
taught me to be super detailed. And I had a history
Cool.
of crochet.
Oh, okay.
I thought I would knit because it's portable,
Sure.
so
Yeah.
portable. And I like the fabric for garments better than crochet. And, you know, I like crochet better for blankets, things like
Sure.
that, or
Yep.
purses, bags. But anyway, I just went off the deep end. And the other day, my husband came in the kitchen. He goes, honey, I think you have a problem.
You're
I
in
was
the
like,
right place.
I was
You're
like,
in the
okay,
right place.
I don't have a problem.
You see a problem? I don't see a
I
problem.
don't see a problem.
Anybody here see a problem? I don't.
No, no.
No.
There's no problem here. And he's adorable, but he just started laughing. He goes, I think you have enough yarn. I go, Maybe.
No.
No,
Foolish.
you can
No.
never,
Foolish
you
thing
can
to
never
say.
have enough.
Like, what if something happens and we can't buy yarn? What if something?
Yeah.
You catch the local goat and shear him and make one
Yes,
yarn.
I'm shored up for like 5 or 6 years. I'm sure I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I prefer garments. I prefer woolly wools.
That's me.
Okay, I prefer not bulky.
Yep, that's me.
And I'm going to try one of those two colored with Rama yarn. Where is it? Stranded knitting. Try
Yeah.
that. And I just received some Hillsvåg Norwegian wool.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, a friend of a friend was flying over from Norway, and I said, "Oh my gosh, can she get me some Hillsvåg?" She
Empty
did.
suitcase. Empty suitcase.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she did. And so I rewarded her with a Bucky's t-shirt. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Bucky's. I would think Ronnie is.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I get one, I'll show it to you
They're
sometime.
familiar here too. I've seen
Where?
it all the time.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm an enthusiastic but still novice, adventurous, beyond beginner, but still learning a lot and completely self-taught through YouTube.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Ronnie is the same thing. You're self-taught too, right?
Yeah.
You
Well-
are Ronnie, when did you start knitting?
Well, I started a long time ago, so probably about 20 years ago, actually. But I just taught myself out of a book because I wasn't too sure. I don't know. I kind of kept it hidden for a long time because I wasn't
For
sure if it was
shame.
mainly for men to knit.
Right, right. It's
Yeah.
real, especially in Texas, right?
Texas, yeah.
Yeah, real men don't knit in Texas, I imagine. Yeah.
So
And
That's
how do
changed.
they pass their time?
Yes. Oh my gosh. But I guess I wanted to ask the group because there's so many people in your group that have been knitting for years. When do you get over the anxiety that you're not going to have enough time to knit what you want to knit before you die?
Never,
I gotta go.
never.
Never. Never.
Not gonna happen.
When I start something and I have an inclination that it's just going to be very time consuming, I just make a note to the people around me to bury me in it half finished.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. There's just so many cool things to knit.
Yeah.
And one of them was the Phrancko sweater. So I wanted to get after that.
So which neckline did you decide you'd like to do?
He wants a crew neck.
He does. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
And men seem to prefer the tighter crew neck. So you should knit
Okay.
the original one. You're also offered a round neck, which is a little deeper, and a scoop neck, which is
Yeah, those
5
are-
inches deep. And those are really for women who like looser necklines.
Okay.
In general, those are general rules that,
Well, I think he falls into that category.
yeah.
And then I'll say something, and I think the guys will probably agree with me, and well, even the girls. So when you start making the Phrancko, after you got your swatches all done and you got your measurements, you submit it, you started, you're on your way. Okay.
Mhm.
Just follow the instructions, it'll come. Just do that next thing, it'll
Okay.
come. And then by the time you're there, you're going to think that it's too small a little bit.
No.
It's not.
Here,
It fits
I have-
perfect.
this
He
little thing.
wants it fitted. He wants to wear it underneath
Yeah.
his jacket when he goes. They live in Colorado, by Boulder,
Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
goes
I
down
wear
the
my
hike
sweaters
in
under
it.
jackets. Yeah. And they fit. You'd be like, So literally just keep going. And by
Okay.
the time you get to the underarm, you're going to be like, son of a gun.
It works.
It works.
I've
I have a
just happened to
Phrancko.
have,
Let Ron show us where he's at on his.
so
Are you
this
showing, is
the,
that what?
yes, this is a Phrancko. This is the top of the shoulders. I'm just about, this is a V-neck, but that's how the shoulders look when you're right about to pick up the caps. See, there's the edge where I'll pick up the sleeve caps. I'm knitting in black, so.
Okay. But I can still see.
And it looks like a tiny little thing. Like, well, this doesn't look so tiny, but it's to fit me. So on me, it looks like a tiny little bit of fabric.
Mm-hmm.
It looks too small. It is deceptive.
Right. It isn't.
It is the right size, but you get to this point, and a lot of people, they get to this point, they're looking at it and go, there's no way that this is the top of a sweater. Because you don't really see a top of a sweater that looks just like this little weird thing. But that's my favorite little weird
Okay.
thing. But
Yeah.
it will look strange.
Yeah. But keep going because it's correct. As long as you're just watching, just keep going. And literally
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Exactly.
But this is going to be cool because it'll spur me on, to have progress and keep going after it. And he's athletically built.
Ah,
That'll be fun.
well,
So if you did it for his shoulders, and if he's an athletic build, after you get to your underarms, there's a place where you pick up stitches, divide those in half, and put a stitch marker
Okay.
on either side. And then every so many rows, and you'll get a good judge by your gauge, just decrease on that marker on the way down. So the sweater will come in just a little bit, just enough before you start. And you'll be able to see, like if he's 10 inches in the waist, smaller than he is in the shoulder,
or chest.
that's really good in the chest, then that's a really good measure of what you need to do to take in your sweater a little bit.
Okay.
And he'll be very happy with that.
I'm so excited.
Unless by athletically built, you meant he's a shot putter or a sumo wrestler or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's in great shape. They do all that rock wall climbing.
The point here is that the pattern does not do any body shaping. It just says knit straight. Once
it does it. Okay.
separate the arms, it just says knit straight. Because there's so many ways to shape the body. I didn't try to give all the different options.
Okay.
Say knit straight, but if you know he gets narrower in the waist, then do what Sumner said. Just calculate how much you want to decrease to the waist, and then figure out how many decreases that would be over all those rows and space them out down the sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it can just be looser around the waist. I mean, if he buys.
I know. And I do not mind. I don't want to reknit it, but I have a history of reknitting it, so I don't mind reknitting it, because you learn a lot every time you knit something.
That's true.
Yeah, you do. But if he's going to wear it under a jacket, literally just adjust it on either side because you don't want to loose under a jacket. Right?
Okay.
And then the size you pick, the normal size comes with a regular ease, which is a 2-inch ease. That would be the one that you pick. Pick just the normal straight on Phrancko. Don't build in extra ease. And then you'll be quite happy, I think, with the.
I'm excited. Okay.
Yeah, that is exciting. I've had a couple stolen by relatives that the outfit, and they take it and then see you later. So even if you don't measure it, you could lose it.
How many of you guys are knitting one now? Wow, that's great.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I have one started that I started a while back, but it has a cable pattern in it. And somehow I got off where on the front, the cable pattern is at a certain row, and on the back, it's 2 rows off.
Oh.
So I need to I need to fix that. It's in time
Here's
out.
another question for you all. How many of you have knitted more than one Phrancko sweater?
You.
I'm not going to ask who's knitted the most because that's Ron.
So we know it's
Ron
wrong.
has knitted more sweaters, Phrancko sweaters, than I have.
Oh, really?
No way.
While we're on the subject,
Yeah.
I mean,
That turned out so cute.
Oh, that little watermelon.
lovely. That's very cute.
is that a Phrancko?
it is with
Yeah.
some modifications.
Oh, so cute.
The base of it is the saddle shoulder pattern.
Okay.
But it's got some prototyping going on. But it's more or less the Phrancko, yeah. The sleeve architecture is all 100% off the paper or off the
Okay.
paper. So yeah, this
Except
is
you didn't do the full sleeve. You made it short sleeve. So
no, it's a short sleeve, yeah.
Yeah.
Who
color
wants
work,
to be a
of course,
watermelon in the dead of winter?
the color work and the buttons are all your own addition to the
Yes.
sweater.
Yes. Yeah, that is really sharp.
That is darling. Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
very
so
cute.
cool.
I gotta take it to try it on my great niece if she's in the mood.
It's
Oh.
Yeah.
darling. It turned out so cute.
It is
I'm
really
pleased with it. Placing the buttons was dicey for a moment. Just trying to figure out where I wanted them, but didn't look, unfortunately, as though I had made a child's sweater with nipples on it.
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I just like,
Looks a
okay,
watermelon.
let me lay
Well,
well,
let me interrupt to just say my family has all gathered right outside the door right there, and we're about to start cooking and have hamburgers. So I'm going to step out of the meeting, and you all
you don't
continue.
even get to meet
And,
your family.
well, let's see. There,
Oh, there
that's
they
my
are.
husband and my son-in-law.
That's fun. Have a good dinner. Bon appetit.
Okay, so I'll see you all next
Hi,
week,
Phrancko.
and maybe I'll come back in at the end and say goodbye and finish the recording. So
All
Have
right.
fun.
Enjoy your lunch. Bye.
Hi, Frank.
Yeah, I think this sweater brings me to 25.
Wow.
Holy.
Yeah,
Over
I'm
how
still
many
on
years?
5. I
It
did 5.
boggles even my mind. There's like everywhere you turn I'm in my yarn shop right now, and just in eye shot, there's one, two, there's one in there, three Phrankos in my office, and many more on the floor.
And if you laid them side by side, none of them would be alike. You
No.
have unique things to every one of them.
No, the only one that I did knit the same design twice was one that I made for myself that my mother wanted. And generally I just give them to her, but I particularly liked this cardigan. So I made basically the same one again. And I was like, okay, pick your colors though. I want to make it a different colors. And she's like, okay, I'll choose this one and this one and this one. And they were the same exact colors.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, that's
I particularly like that cardigan too, Ron.
Yes. So it just like, I guess that's where my taste comes from. So right now what I'm making, this is going to be big chunky 4-inch stripes in this black and like an acid green color. I don't know. Which is somewhere, and I need it now.
Oh, you need it now.
Well, I'm about to start this first stripe. So that's what I just color blocks. I dyed this yarn like this.
Oh, that's going to be nice
Oh,
with the
that's
black.
fun.
Oh, wow. That's bright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
So,
do you up a whole new skein?
no, I've got a ball around here somewhere. It's in my little Totoro bag.
Which I don't see here.
You lose more yarn that way. Oh,
Oh, I like that one too.
Oh, yes. I was just going to show
Oh,
this
Ooh, that's
Oh, that
very,
came out great. I remember that sweater.
very quickly, Sandra. This is a sort of vintage ski sweater style
Oh,
that
that is
has
pretty.
the shaping that Sumner was talking about.
With the
yeah.
V.
So it's quite full in the chest and shoulders, and then it's shaped in the waist or down the sides to the waist. Um, you can see maybe
Look
it
at
has a
your,
little
yeah.
it has a little faux seam.
Yeah, I like faux seams.
Yeah.
And so I have that purl column there as a faux seam because I
Mm-hmm.
wanted it to look like a pieced vintage sweater at a
Mm-hmm.
glance, but not have to do any piecing. So all of my decreases are just right on that line. So this has that sort of vintage full in the upper body and shoulders, and then
And that's a clever striping pattern.
oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, it's basically cribbed from. I've got a morgue of photos of like sweaters, vintage sweaters, old things I like. Um, so this is just like a Winter Olympics '78.
Yeah.
Um,
It's sharp looking.
thank you. But yeah, that's I just brought it in because it's the shaping style that Sumner had just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So is the ribbing, does the Phrancko sweater end with like, I guess you could do 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 or 3 by 1 ribbing?
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Your
it
choice.
calls for the pattern lists 1/1 ribbing with a sewn bind off.
Okay.
That's what there's instructions for in the pattern, which looks like, well, like this. It's a
Let me
sewn
make
Italian
you
bind
bigger.
off.
Let's see. Let me make you bigger. Okay.
I don't think I can get much bigger. I'll barely fit in my chair.
It's old woman speak. Let me make you bigger.
Okay. I have a hard time fitting in my car as it is. So yeah, it's
Oh,
got
that's pretty.
yes. So there
That's
are
not tubular or Italian.
it is a sewn Italian bind off basically.
Okay,
Yeah,
sewn Italian.
ribbing.
but
It's
but
not a
it's not
tubular.
tubular,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I like Italian tubular. Both of them.
So it happens right on the ribbing without any double knitting in the way. But yeah, anything sticks. What was something? Oh, for the measurements, maybe you've gotten to this point or maybe not. And I think
I haven't started.
so when you put in the measurements to clarify something that might help people who are doing their first ones, when you measure your recipient, there is it shoulder to waist, back neck to waist measurement that it calls for the person.
Okay.
And then when you are making the sweater itself and putting in the parameters for the sweater, there's a thing where you add a hem length to that amount. And that's the neck to waist measurement on the body you measured, plus the hem length you enter for that particular sweater gives you the full length.
So it's not saying that the hem starts at the waist.
Right.
No, it's I mean it could if you want to make a crop top. But just that's what those measurements mean. So neck to waist on whoever you measure, plus whatever you put in for the hem measurement gives you the full length of the sweater. And then there's another field for the ribbing length. And that is how much of that first length is taken up by ribbing.
Okay, I'm confused. I'm
me
confused.
too.
Okay.
Me too.
Does anybody have a better way to phrase this? Do you know what I'm talking about, Cindy?
Yeah. Your back waist measurement is a standard sewing measurement that you go from like the little knob on the back of your neck to your natural waist. So if you were to, tie a string, where is your natural waist?
Okay.
Usually for men, the natural waist is actually where their pants kind of fit. So it's a little more down on the hips than it is for a woman. But that's the thing. And then in Frank's thing, the hem is just how much, it really is how much longer do you want the sweater to go past the waist?
Oh.
So it's not really a hem, it's how much longer do you want your sweater?
Okay.
And so your total length of your sweater is your back waist measurement plus that hem thing. So that will be, so let's say maybe your back waist is 15, I'm just making things up here, and 5 inches of a hem. So you would knit your sweater will actually be 20 inches long.
And then you can start your ribbing.
Yeah,
No,
and then you can say how much of that you want.
Your ribbing comes out of that.
Oh, it comes out of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you would say it's like, okay, I want 2 inches of ribbing or 3 inches of ribbing. So
but
you would knit.
Once you get going and you're down to that point, you can just
where you want with it.
Right, you can go however you want.
Except for regardless of what the row count is,
Judith, I think her first one, she just kept going and she made a dress.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
She actually did.
Yeah,
it was
I think
beautiful.
I'm going to make this tunic length.
But she just kept going and did a dress. It was very fun.
Did she? I would have to do some hip.
You can do it however you want. And Ron, you've done a crop one before.
Yeah, I've done crops. This one that I'm making now, I've got quite a lot of this yarn, and I'm going to make it longer than my usual sweaters to wear with my caftans. So it'll probably be about 36 inches, maybe. One way I keep myself from getting confused and making things for myself is I know I like my sweaters to be 32 inches, at least. So I put that as my back neck to waist measurement, and I set my hem to 0 for myself. I want it to be 32 inches. Don't add any extra.
That's a good point.
You can do that too.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Yeah,
how you want to.
Yeah, there are a few ways to do it, and we've had a discussion about it before. I think the word hem being in there can throw people off, thinking it's going to be the ribbing.
Right.
The hem and the ribbing are two. So I just wanted to give you a heads up about that, but give you some traffic cones as you drive along.
Well, I made the hem and the ribbing the same number.
Mm-hmm.
You can.
The hem and the ribbing the same number. So, it is. The hem is the ribbing.
That could happen.
Yeah.
I've got a very high waist.
I like a really long, big 1x1 hem on the bottom, like ribbing on the bottom. So I just do the length to where I want it to finish, and then plus I do like a 3.5, 4-inch 1x1 rib on mine.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're not adding any waist shaping, it's just a tube. Knit it until it's the right length.
Right.
But if you're calculating shaping, then it's pertinent to know how long you intend it to be.
Yeah.
Or if you want the Phrancko to automatically supply your estimation for yarn needed, and it matters, right? You want to make sure it's 8 skeins because you have 8 skeins.
Well, if I already bought the yarn, and I think I got on the safe side, and if it doesn't work out, he's just going to have 2 colors. Then I bought.
Hold it up. Show it off.
Blue Sky wool stock.
Oh, that's
very nice. Mm-hmm.
Is that a DK?
I think it's worsted. I think it is worsted.
I think it is DK. Well, 50 grams. No, it's fingering. 50 grams is 218 yards.
Oh, that is fingering in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So knit on 4s or 5s. You're gonna, if it's woolly, knit on 4s.
So I was working on the fabric is really pretty. Look at that, if you can tell.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
It's just like feathery, soft, lightweight and soft. These are, I can't see anymore. Oh, I got one of these. Hang on. No, they're on threes, US threes. So 3.25.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it'll
that'll wear great under a jacket. That's wonderful.
It'll be very nice.
So I'm excited about it.
It's a lot of fun. It's very gratifying, I think.
Yeah.
You'll find it when we would all be a little surprised if this is your first and only Phrancko.
Right, because I'm thinking, well, I'll need one for me in DK.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But they come out so nicely. If you've been diligent about getting your swatch measured nicely, and following the directions in that first time, taking it step by step is very important. But you'll be so pleased.
Does he have for women, or I guess men too, does he have a square neck?
No, I have made a boat neck or a square neck style by making the scoop neck and not doing any of the shaping for the neckline.
And just come around?
Yeah. The necklines are very easy to modify.
There's this pattern I want to riff off of, and I thought, well, the Phrancko sweater would be a great one to do a riff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it gives you a schematic when you put all your information in before you purchase the pattern. You get to see a schematic that has measurements on it. So if you want to do something like make a boat neck or a square neckline, and you have an idea of how wide you want the neckline to be, you can go back into your recipient, your own measurements in that case, and tell it some lies about how big your neck is to get the width, how wide you'd like it.
Yeah.
I lied to the generator all the time to get different effects. Like
that's cool. That's good to know. Thanks.
That ski sweater I showed you, because of the styling on it, it has 2 inches of positive ease in the body and 4 inches of positive ease in the sleeves, which I got by adding 2 inches to the physical measurement of the arms.
Okay.
Giving me 4 inches of ease in the sleeves and 2 inches in the body.
So how much ease is there? Do I have to decide how much ease I want in my sleeves?
No, it gives you the same ease throughout the garment.
Okay.
Automatic. But if you want different ease in a different part of your body for some reason,
you could just lie.
Lies.
Yeah. You could. That's smart. That's smart to lie.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time monkeying around with what I can get to come out of the Phrancko generator, which is why I've made so many. And that's not counting the ones that just like made it to proof of concept stage and then went in a drawer as a yoke or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm just so excited. As you can tell, it's
exciting.
Yeah. It's having I couldn't believe though that I guess I never caught on, even though I watched the recorded ones, that this started so late on a Saturday for me. Because I would think everybody overseas, it's pretty late.
Oh, Jenny. What time is it for you?
Yeah.
It's just coming up to 11:15 at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Right?
Getting on in time. We better do the rest of our show and tell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Me and
can I go first? Can I go first? Please.
Oh, you have to go
you
first.
Go first
You got a lot to say.
I do have a lot to say.
Yes.
I mailed in my level 2 resubmissions last week, and then I got it went all the way back to Massachusetts in just a couple days, and then on Sunday evening I got an email that says, "Congratulations, I passed level 2." Yay. And so I signed up for level 3 already, and so I'm really, really thrilled. And level 3 looks like it is going to be so fun. Every single swatch is something different, and it's all sorts of different things of knitting that I've never ever done.
Oh,
So
Will, you're so cute.
I'm thrilled. Thank you, Will. That was
So
really
good.
cute.
Yay! So you
That's
sent it back to
awesome.
Massachusetts, where I am.
I sent it back. She's in Brookline.
Oh, right in Boston.
And so, and it did. And then she sent, and I will say my very favorite comment was on one of the swatches that I had to, well, the only swatch that I had to reknit. She said, "The tension is beautifully done." And I think I'm going to embroider that on a throw pillow or something. I mean, I just love that. It was so great. But
That's what my
all the
doctor tells me
comments,
when he adjusts my blood pressure medication.
your tension is beautifully done.
Yeah.
Maybe a little over.
But I got all the comments on the vest were good. There were no corrections or anything on that. It was just praise. So it was very, very nice. So I'm really excited. Kind of
You
like
are
a
my
kid in a candy shop.
inspiration.
You get it back?
What?
You get your vest back?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd frame it. Yeah.
No, it's going to one of the grandkids that's turning 20. Yeah. I made it specifically for her. So it's great. So that's fine. Oh, and then I finished knitting on the if I can make myself, let's see if I can I can't make it myself big. Anyway,
I'll just put you on speaker view.
This is the the reticule. I think, isn't it Mrs. Higgins reticule? Ron, it's one of Ron's pattern. It's one of Ron's patterns, and I still have to do the little tassel for the bottom, but I've done the little holes up at the top for and right now I'm doing, which I think it's going to take me forever, the I cord. I'm knitting that because it has to be 30 inches. So I'm only about a third of the way done, but I really, really like the design, and this will probably go to my daughter. She has horses and teaches riding and everything, so it's really, really, really a cute little pattern, and it's a little like a little purse.
The origin of that pattern, one of my theater friends is a knitter, and she was in my production of My Fair Lady as Mrs. Higgins. And so I designed her this reticule as a prop for one of her scenes, and she knit, I think she may have knit two. She may have knit a day one and an evening one. But so that was the origin of that bag. So that the motifs on it are like a play-by-play of the major plot points of My Fair Lady.
Yeah, so it's like it's your little flower at the bottom, and then there is the horse, and then there is the crown at the top. So yeah, it's really it's a fun pattern, Ron. I liked it, and it got me to practice a lot of the things I'm going to have to do in level 3. So I'm happy.
That's good too.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And big, huge congratulations.
Thanks, Sandra.
Yeah, I do. I feel like I'm going along the journey with you, right? So I was doing my swatches, and because I've been taking Suzanne's class and then I did the Binka class, I'm looking at my swatch and I'm like, that's pretty good tension. But the whole idea is to correct my tension. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm a little stuck because it's looking pretty good. Thank you, Suzanne. And then Suzanne's class is back on schedule.
Oh, good.
We're doing it a little bit differently, where a class that was pre-recorded drops on Tuesday, and then we do a Zoom that asks any questions on Thursday when you submit your homework, so that she doesn't have to teach so much because she has enough recorded content. So I'm thrilled.
Right.
So that's back.
But, that's excellent. Good.
Yeah. So I'm now doing both because now I've got to finish that and Binka's course. But I'm thrilled that I have the opportunity to do it.
Well, it might be that Binka will just say, "Oh, your tension is perfect."
Let's hope.
That would be wonderful.
Sumner, does Binka talk about cables, tension with cables at all?
Not in this particular class because it's not.
Okay.
So I would think so near the end. I mean, you can apply some of it to cables because the cable flare is definitely a tension issue, right? And how do you adjust for cable flare? But that isn't this class. This class is literally just tension.
Well, cable flare is a little bit more stitch equivalency, where the tension issues that you come up with in cable is a lot of times when you're switching from a knit to a purl. And so it's the same kind of tension problems that you would have in ribbing. So as you were dealing with some of, if you correct that, your tension problems in ribbing, your cables are going to be a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah, because we do seed stitch cable, like seed stitch tension and ribbing tension. So we do address those.
Yeah.
That would carry over if you're getting that enlarged left-handed column.
Yeah.
In cables or in ribbing.
Yep.
So
Jenny, how are you? Sorry.
Let's call on Jenny.
How's yours? Yeah. She stayed up with her.
I finished.
Let's see the parasol.
I finished it and then blocked it, and it's too small. So
I'm
working on an extension. So I'm working on an extension to the pattern.
It's crocheted, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just pick it up and add more.
Yes, exactly.
Wow,
Yeah. So
is that something else?
That is so beautiful.
Finished parasol. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just working on extending the pattern and making sure I've got the right number of stitches on each row.
Are you improvising? Are you figuring it out on your own?
Yes. So yeah, we'll see. But I think it's going to be all right. So I've got to knit an extra. I think I've got to knit an extra about 6 rows, maybe 8 to fit the parasol frame. So I am worried that I'm going to run
only
out
about 20 hours, right? Only like 20 hours or something.
Yeah. So I might have to order some more of the cotton because I might run out. We'll see.
Oh.
But,
now, that's a knit lace or a crochet lace?
Crochet.
That's crochet lace. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah. So I'm really pleased. I've laid it on top of the parasol frame and it looks lovely, but it's just too short. So there you go.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Not only is Jenny clever, she's got stamina.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to give up on it now.
Well, it's a big doily.
Yes, I think doily. Yes.
But for a blessing, it's crochet, so there wasn't a 800 stitch bind off to pick out.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Yes, I would have cried at that point. Yes.
with reason. Who else has something?
What are you doing? Well.
Oh, me.
What are you
I'm working on this same sweater that I've been working on for a while with the Brooklyn Tweed Loft. I've shown it before here.
Oh, it's disappearing.
Oh,
hold it in front of your face.
No, let me turn my. I don't need this background on. There. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
great.
Coming out so nice. I really like the net detail you did on that. That's cute.
Yeah, I love it. And so I've been traveling. I was at my brother's house for 2 weeks, and I didn't bring this with me. And so I started just a little sock project because I had to have something, of course, to bring. And so I just started this little striped sock, gray and yellow, and I've just finished the heel turn here.
Excellent.
So
nice.
That's my little portable sock project. But now this one is going in the bag so that I can work on the sweater until I do a little more traveling in a couple of weeks up to Northern California to visit some friends, and I'll bring the sock project with me for that trip.
What yarn are you using for the sock?
For the socks, that is Stroll, Knit Pick Stroll.
Knit Pick Stroll, yeah.
Knit Pick
Nice.
Stroll, which I love. It's hard wearing and it's soft, and I'm on a size 2 needle. I'm doing magic loop, and all that yarn was leftovers from other projects, so it feels like it's a freebie.
Yes, yeah.
Joellen, what are you doing? You're showing up on my screen right now.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
I am working on a Phrancko V-neck, altered a little bit by Kathy's Knit Whiz to make the V a little deeper. And but to this point, I've got lace going on at the bottom with some bubbles.
Wow.
I love your little bobbles. Those are cute.
They're so cute. What is so cute about those things? I don't know. It's just
I
like
don't know
fun
what
to
they
make.
are. They just kind of,
They're just
it's
like
like you
little
want to
bubbles.
pinch baby cheeks. I mean, you just want to pinch the bubbles. I don't know. They're just that way.
But as you know, I packed all my yarn. I was thinking about sharing some of the things she was saying, and to move, and we're not gonna, but everything's in storage. So I've had to order another ball from Kathy, and then now I had to order another one, and I didn't even have spare yarn on hand to help keep track with the counting the rows, so I used dental floss.
Whatever works, whatever works.
I guess a shoelace might have worked.
Well, I was someplace and I didn't have stitch markers, and there was an office nearby, and I just went in and asked them for some paper clips. I mean, it's like you just use what you got to use.
You gotta use what you got. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Let's see. Karen just got more yarn.
Oh, Ronnie, that's looking good.
So I just started my second Phrancko, and I'm doing it. I'm doing the neck first because I don't like. I didn't think I'd like picking up all of those, so I'm doing the neck first. And I started with a provisional cast on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a folded brim collar, basically. So I'm going up on 2 circulars here. This will be my neck, and then the provisionals are live stitches. So when I get long enough, I'm just going to fold it over and put them together, and then that'll be my neck.
Yeah.
And then I'll increase out for the start.
You're doing the circular yoke again?
Yeah, I'm doing the circular yoke again. And I'm going to put the increases in my first pattern. It says you can put the increases anywhere, front and back, just put them anywhere. But when I got this pattern, it told me to put them like in thirds along the edge, but can I just put them anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to put
Try
them
it out.
anywhere.
Luckily, it happens toward the beginning of the sweater. So if you put them anywhere and it turns out that's not where you wanted them, at least you haven't. It's not the hem.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I'm going to try something cap boardy-ish, and see if I can do a midstream or upstream river bottom. I forgot what she called it now, but I'm going to do it that way where it branches out in the middle.
Oh,
so I kind of get almost the increase like this. I don't know. We'll see if that works or not.
I always
anyway.
Following your ideas like that. That's why I love the Phrancko so much, was that it's a sweater that in the base works. The sweater just works, and the sleeve will work, the yoke will work, it'll all work, which frees you to mess around.
Yeah.
I bought a book of motifs And so I really wanted to do some color.
Oh, that's a great book. Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I've never done color. I've never done the two-stranded method and stranding, all that. And I've tried that over the last 4 or 5 days or whatever. And it like made me forget everything I knew about knitting. I was so frustrated. It's like I didn't know how to do anything.
One stitch at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can swatch that too. Like you don't have to like do that in swatches until you're comfortable with it and then apply it to a sweater.
Yeah. So that may be in the third Phrancko or the fourth Phrancko.
Yeah. But swatch
in the
that.
meantime, practicing on a small item like a hat or something is always a good low
Okay.
stake. Whoa, it's Frank.
Hello.
Oh, he's back.
I'm having such a nice visit with my family. Have you all behaved yourself?
Yeah.
We were pretty good, pretty good.
We were waiting for you to.
Tim is awfully rowdy. Tim back there.
Always is.
Yeah.
And did you share what you're working on?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to privately or now solo congratulate Cindy? We were all cheering for her earlier while you were out.
Yes. Cindy got her reward and passed level 2.
I did.
We're so thrilled.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. And I told him that I signed up for level 3 right away the same day, and it's so fun. There's so many different kinds of knitting that I've never done in level 3 that you have to do a swatch of this and a swatch of that. And it's like so many things to learn. It's just fun.
It is. Level 3 was my favorite. Well, it's everyone's favorite. It's just the most fun.
I could see why when I started reading through all the stuff. It's like, oh, I never tried that. Oh, I haven't done that. That's new. It's going to be fun.
So I wanted to say, Cindy, when I'm doing the Binka course, the way that she's doing it, it's really lined up really much like what I'll need for level 1 in how to answer the questions and submit my swatches and all that. So it really is a great thing to start with before I can, So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Well, I came in to say goodbye and it's time, and we don't like to run over. So thank you all for coming and for putting up with me going and having a visit with my family in the middle of the meeting.
Absolutely.
Of course.
And thank you again, Sandra, for coming. And we look forward to your returning and our watching your progress on your Phrancko Sweater.
You're gonna have so much fun.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm like
so gratifying.
I'm already like tense, excited. Like I gotta start.
Yes.
Okay. I know you're saying goodbye, but does it have short rows in the back?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good.
Are they in the back and the front?
They're in the back and the front.
They're in the back and the front. It adds the slope to your shoulders.
Just on these little parts here.
Okay. So it's not going to choke them. Okay.
No.
Oh,
okay.
It doesn't use the short rows to raise the back of the neck. The purpose of these short rows are simply to add slope to the shoulders.
All right.
The pattern itself treats the front of the neck lower than the back.
Okay.
So
that'll be great.
It won't choke him.
Okay. No choking.
Yes. Just make sure your gauge swatch is blocked. Take the gauge before you block it and after you block it.
Okay.
As you work the sweater, you can make sure you're matching the before so that when after you block it, it will match the after. And it's the after blocking that you would enter as your gauge so that the sweater will be the right size.
Okay.
Got my handy Phrancko calipers.
Yes. There was a point we all went out
I have one of those too.
My gauge measurements are accurate.
It truly is. I mean, and it has the little, the digital read, so you don't even have to just guess. You just get them lined up, and it tells you right there.
Okay, you're not right.
Well, thank you all for coming and for putting up with everything with my day. And I'll see you all next week.
Okay. Bye-bye,
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, man.